Hey guys, so I want to. Oh, by the way, I'm in the pub. So I want to talk about a new thing that we're going to start doing called Circles of Support. Circles of Support is a support circle, and ideally it's going to be done on Zoom, which is a video conferencing software. It's very easy to use. You don't need an app. You just open it in the browser on your phone. You use your webcam. Once you've done it a few times, it's really easy to log on to a Zoom call and just kind of tune in straight away. We can help you with that. No problem. So this Circles of Support idea is really about starting to introduce advice, practical advice within the peer support network. And I know that I've spoken a lot about the enable model of association, empathic, non-judgmental, active boundary listening, there's no E, and the non-judgmental acceptance part of the enable model is around really not giving advice unless you're asked for it. It's really easy to close somebody down or to make somebody even feel a little bit bad about themselves when you jump in and give people advice, because it's almost like you're saying, well, you didn't think of that, did you? You didn't think of that one, go there, that would have sorted you out, no problem. Didn't think of that, did you? And maybe very oftentimes they haven't, but maybe oftentimes they have and they just haven't had the psychological strength to actually get up and do it. We're a peer support network, we're not a peer tell network. However, advice is really, really important, and we all have a lot of lived experience which can really pay a lot of dividends for each other. So what I would like, sorry if I keep sniffing, by the way. I hope it's all being picked up on the video. And I hope the background noises, and I think, who is this? I don't know pop, really. Anyway, so this is how the circle of support is going to run, okay? So it's going to be a circle, and when I say a circle, I mean it's going to be several people on a call. We can do it in person, but it'd be easy if we do it on a Zoom call. And we're going to go in rounds, okay? So we're going to go round the circle. I will be facilitating, and we're going to have a check-in round, okay? And this is where each member of the circle gets to check in about how they're feeling. This is really a temperature check, and we do this at the beginning of every facilitated group conversation. And we get to really talk about how we're feeling. And it's not about just putting a positive spin on it, it's about actually saying how we're feeling. And this check-in round is really used to create psychological safety within an organisation or a group of people. Then it's at the end of the meeting we have a checkout round, and we say how we're feeling. Now normally the check-in round is just a minute or two of just talking, but on this occasion with the circle of support model, what I'm proposing is that each member just has an unlimited amount of time to talk about how they're feeling. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 7 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, or it could be 1 minute. Sometimes when I've had a lot of things going on at home with Yana, and particularly over Christmas it was quite tough. I reckon I could have spoken for 10 minutes non-stop, and really this is our protected space to do so. So there's no cross-talk, nobody's talking or responding or going ooh, ah, or anything like that. People just have that space to talk, non-interrupted, nobody closes them down. And if the entire hour of the Zoom call is just a checking round, that's sufficient. Probably won't be, because I don't think anybody's going to just talk for like 30 minutes constantly or 20 minutes constantly, but if they do, that's fine. There's no collateral damage within the group. So once we've done the check-in round, Then we're going to ask if anybody wants any advice, okay? Some people do want advice, some people don't want advice, but we're going to ask people if they want advice. One person may say, yes, I would like some advice, or a few people may say, I would like some advice. And then we would decide together who would get the advice, okay? Should be fairly straightforward. We're all rational adults in this conversation. Once we decide on who wants to get some advice from the rest of the circle, then we do another round, okay? And this round is asking clarifying questions. So we'll go round the circle, and each person will ask the person who wants to receive the advice clarifying questions. So we'll ask them things like, how much time did they sleep during the night? What time did they wake up? What medicine have they been on for the past year? Have they changed schools regularly? Etc. etc. You know, like we would know what kind of clarifying questions to ask because we have that similar lived experience. So we'll go around, and this is a back and forth. So we can ask one clarifying question, and then the advice receiver can answer that clarifying question. It's not a back and forth, it's just person asking question, person answering the question, and we go around a circle, and we can go around as many times as we want until we clarify the situation. And then we do another round, and this is our reaction round. Okay, so this is when we can give advice. So the reaction is where, well, you know, that sounds like a really difficult situation because of it could lead to this, this, and this. When something like that happened to me a few years ago, because we're all at different stages, right? I did this, it didn't work. I would suggest that you don't do that. But I did that, I then did that, and I learned this, and that kind of worked. You get the idea of what advice is, right? So we are now given permission to give each other advice, and we just go around and we do the reaction. If nobody has a reaction, or they don't have anything to particularly feed into the conversation, that's okay. I may not know anything about a particular condition. My daughter has Batten disease. She doesn't have Down syndrome, for example. So I don't know. My advice not be so helpful, but I don't know. It might do. I might come up with something, and that's it basically. So the person who has then had the reactions is allowed to make a reflective statement, and that can be for as long as they want as well. We're not going to close people down. And then we'll do a checkout. So we'll then go around the circle. It'll be a lot quicker this time, and we'll just say how we're feeling. Okay, so that is the East London SendNet's Circle of Support model. Haven't tried it yet. Don't know how it's going to go. I've designed it from the other facilitative leadership trainings that I've done over the last year with the self-management work that I've been doing, and it just seems to really fit the peer support model. Peer support is really, really, really important. It's why we're all part of the network. So let's give it a go. I'm going to send a few dates round when I'm going to be free. So let's try and find a date that most people can make. But I know we're entering a busy period now, and let's see where we go with this. So please give me your thoughts, your opinions, any reactions to this video. You can put it in the YouTube comments, or you can put it in the Slack comments. You can like the YouTube video. It's just an ego thing for me if you do, and you can subscribe, and that means that you just get it notified when I do another video on your YouTube account. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let me know what you think.